Hi everyone, how would you define real teamwork? While you're reflecting on this subject, I'll tell you the story of our hero, the Suge Knight, from the EU server. They took their brand new Tier 8 French cruiser Charles Martel for a spin, together with a friend on Kagero. The battle started at a relaxed pace for our division mates. During the first 5 minutes, our hero did nothing but sail about the central archipelago and study the alignment of forces on the map. But as you know, no battle should be fought without thorough reconnaissance. And while our teammate on Kagero tried to capture Point B, our Charles Martel finally found an enemy Dunkirk. An artillery exchange broke out, but was soon interrupted by enemy aircraft. Upgraded AA defense and a skillful maneuver left them with almost no chance to cause damage to our French lady. In addition, an allied Belfast hospitably set a smokescreen nearby. Well, now Dunkirk won't escape, setting the battleship on fire. It should burn down. But no, the allied Brit steals the first frag right out from under our nose. Okay, it happens. C'est la vie, as they say in France. Meanwhile, our friend on Kagero was prevented from capturing the point. The red team is determined to win this battle. In a couple of seconds, our beautiful allied intact Alabama turned into a colander. It's a shame. They could have mounted just one signal to prevent this. Let them have the detonation reward as consolation. But our hero doesn't lose heart. Instead, they start shelling Iowa. A salvo, and she's burning. Another one, and the US battleship turns into a torch. Raging fire and active allied support send Iowa back to the port, and Charles Martel scores her first frag. However, the enemy leads by points. They have 2 control points and are eager to take the third. That's why our friends have no other choice but to put a stop to these impudent claims. Otago fell prey to the HE shells first, then followed Kagero and Leningrad that apparently also collects detonation rewards. Baudelaire would be upset looking at how skillfully our guys weed out these fleurs du mal. Of course, 3 frags is great, but the gap in the score became greater, and our carrier sank to the bottom like a true hero. Now it's 4 against 6. And then the enemy aircraft carrier is spotted nearby. Here it is, a perfect chance to clear the sky of those pesky planes. A sprinkling of devastating AP salvos and a dash of HE shells from Kagero send Hiroyu to search for Poseidon's trident, and our division mate received their first frag. Meanwhile, allied Izumo and enemy Friedrich de Grosse decided to find out who can ram the best. And I have to say, they both perform admirably. Well, at least the score by ships is even now. Control points, on the other hand, well, they're persistent. They just can't leave point C alone. Our friends have to explain once again that they won't let it go without a fight. However, enemy Amagi, absorbed in a salvo exchange with the allied Missouri, pays absolutely no attention to our hero. A batch of HE shells, and the Japanese ship becomes a floating stage for a Rammstein concert. It's a shame it didn't last long. Let them have a breather. And another helping of HEs. The pyrotechnics continue, and that's high caliber for us. But Amagi managed to destroy Missouri. Even Kraken Unleashed can't make us happy, because with 2 control points, the enemy keeps getting closer to victory. It's time to change that. Our division mate rushes to control point B. But then an enemy Mogami shows up. He's got more HP than our friends have between them. However, as the development of events will prove, you can't win alone against a coordinated division. Having snarled one last time, Mogami joined the Society of Ships sunk near control point C. Only Mahan remains, but she'll be hard to find. I bet she's hiding somewhere at the edge of the map, and the score is 499 against 888. Luckily, the American decided that only the weak hide and set out to personally finish off our division. However, after a couple of salvos, the battered destroyer began to flee. We can't let it go. In this difficult situation, even the island plays for the enemy team and conceals the American. The score is 523 against 930. Kagero is at point B, but capturing takes time, and it might not be enough for the last point. Mahan fires and reveals herself again. Oh, the reckless courage of the bold and restless. Another precise salvo from our hero, and the American has only 1,000 HP left. The destroyer won't survive another hit like that. Unfortunately, the two following salvos miss, and the enemy team is very close to 1,000 points. The destroyer can disappear at any moment. A desperate salvo. A hit. Detonation. Now I know why this award kept reappearing throughout the battle. In the course of a heated fight for a single control point, the skillful actions of our division allowed it to sink 8 ships and brought about a well-deserved victory. Apart from that, the French cruiser earned Kraken Unleashed, High Caliber. If you, my friend, also like to hoard medals, don't be shy. Show us how you get them.